In a moment that has fans buzzing across the WWE Universe, Roman Reigns finally responded to Dean Ambrose's heartfelt message, leaving everyone wondering if a Shield reunion is on the horizon. Roman's reaction was far from what anyone anticipated. While the message from Dean carried a weight of nostalgia and emotion, the tribal chief's response revealed a vulnerability rarely seen from a man known for his dominance and authority. The WWE community has witnessed Roman command the ring and lead his faction with an iron fist, but here, in this rare moment, he allowed himself to reflect on what truly matters: brotherhood and loyalty. The message from Dean seemed to cut through the layers of power and strategy that Roman often relies on, sparking a genuine emotional response that had fans questioning everything they thought they knew about the tribal chief's motivations and his perspective on the factions around him. The emotional impact of Dean Ambrose's message. Dean Ambrose's message wasn't just a simple shout-out or nostalgic reminder. It was a heartfelt expression of the bond they shared as members of the Shield. The words resonated deeply, reminding Roman of the foundation that made him, Ambrose, and then Seth Rollins a force to be reckoned with. It wasn't about the matching gear or the coordinated entrances anymore. It was about brotherhood, trust, and being there for each other when the world seemed to turn against them. Roman's eyes softened. His voice carried a tone that fans rarely hear from the dominant champion, and for a moment, it was clear that he was considering more than just power and control. He was thinking about legacy, loyalty, and the moments that shaped him into the leader he is today. This emotional response marks a shift from the calculated, sometimes ruthless persona he often portrays, showing a depth and humanity that resonates with audiences on a personal level. A leader at a crossroads. Roman Reigns now finds himself at a critical juncture. With the Bloodline experiencing internal challenges and rival factions testing his authority, he's facing a dilemma that extends beyond the ring. The message from Dean forces him to reflect on his leadership style, his relationships, and the cost of ruling through fear and dominance. For someone who has always carried the weight of being the tribal chief, this moment of introspection is profound. Roman realizes that true strength might not come from solitary power or control, but from unity and trust, principles that once defined the Shield. It's a rare glimpse into the mind of a man who has always prioritized victory and supremacy, but is now questioning whether the foundation of his current empire is built on something truly sustainable. Remembering the Shield. More than just a faction. When Roman speaks about the Shield, he isn't merely talking about a team or a collective of 3 individuals, he's referring to a brotherhood. The Shield represented more than just synchronized entrances or iconic gear. It symbolized mutual support and a shared commitment to standing by each other no matter what. In his reflection, Roman recalls the moments of camaraderie, trust, and resilience that defined his time with Ambrose and Rollins. That sense of connection and shared purpose appears to have stirred something in him, compelling the tribal chief to weigh whether his current approach, which focuses heavily on control and intimidation, is truly aligned with the values that once made him feel strongest. The nostalgia isn't just sentimental, it's transformative, highlighting a man reconsidering how to lead and what legacy he wants to leave behind. Vulnerability in the spotlight. What makes Roman's response so compelling is not just the content of his words, but the vulnerability they convey. Fans are used to seeing the tribal chief project, confidence, authority, and a near impenetrable persona. But here, he lets the guard down. He admits, almost reluctantly, that maybe he lost sight of what mattered in the pursuit of greatness. This is not weakness, it is introspection, a willingness to acknowledge mistakes, and a recognition that even someone as formidable as Roman Reigns can benefit from the bonds of brotherhood. By allowing this vulnerability to be visible to the WWE Universe, Roman is reshaping the narrative around his character, opening the door for potential alliances and reunions that fans have long dreamed about. Timing matters. After CrownJewel and betrayal, the timing of Roman's response could not be more significant. Coming off the events of CrownJewel and following moments of betrayal within the Bloodline, The tribal chief is reevaluating his path. The WWE landscape is shifting, and Roman's acknowledgement of Dean's message indicates a willingness to adapt, evolve, and perhaps embrace the strengths of unity over isolation. This moment is not just a passing reflection, it's a turning point. The combination of professional setbacks, personal challenges, and a powerful reminder of past bonds is creating a scenario where history might repeat itself, with the Shield potentially reuniting to face the next chapter of WWE storylines together. Potential Shield reunion? What could it mean? The possibility of a Shield reunion has the WWE Universe on edge. Fans are speculating about how Seth Rollins will respond, how the dynamic between the three former Shield members might shift, and what this could mean for the current faction wars. A reunion isn't just a nostalgia act. It carries real weight for the WWE narrative. Roman's willingness to consider this path suggests he values the original principles of the Shield, trust, loyalty, and mutual support, more than the current pursuit of dominance and fear-based authority. If this reunion were to happen, it could redefine faction power structures, create unforgettable matchups, and remind fans why the Shield was one of the most impactful alliances in WWE history. The heart of Roman Reigns' reflection. At its core, Roman's response to Dean Ambrose is a reflection on the nature of leadership and the meaning of strength. He is recognizing that real power isn't just about titles or victories, it's about the relationships that sustain you, the trust that supports you, and the brothers who stand beside you through every challenge. This acknowledgement of the Shield's true essence highlights a character capable of growth and self-awareness, and it adds layers to a persona often defined by its dominance. Roman's reflection is a reminder to fans that even the most powerful figures in WWE are shaped by their connections, and that sometimes returning to the roots of friendship and loyalty can lead to the greatest victories of all. Fan reactions and speculation. The WWE community has responded with overwhelming excitement and speculation. Social media platforms are buzzing with theories, predictions, and emotional responses to Roman's heartfelt words. Fans are debating what this means for upcoming matches, whether a Shield reunion will actually happen, and how this might affect the Bloodline and other factions. Roman's openness has created a renewed sense of engagement, reminding audiences why they fell in love with WWE storytelling in the first place. It's a reminder that wrestling isn't just about athleticism and spectacle. It's about human emotion, conflict, and the enduring power of relationships forged in the spotlight. Conclusion: history in the making. Roman Reigns' response to Dean Ambrose is more than just a reaction. It's a potential turning point for WWE. By opening himself up emotionally, reflecting on the true meaning of the Shield, and considering a path that embraces unity over isolation, Roman has reminded fans of the depth and complexity behind his character. The WWE Universe now holds its breath, wondering whether history will indeed repeat itself, and whether the Shield will rise once more to face whatever challenges lie ahead. This moment isn't just about nostalgia, it's about leadership, growth, and the enduring power of brotherhood in a world defined by competition and conflict. For fans, it's a chance to witness history, celebrate iconic storytelling, and imagine the possibilities that a reunited Shield could bring to the future of WWE